Hi, I'm Jennifer with Twisted Fringe, and in this video we're going to go over cutting and blending our tape extensions. So we just got done installing 7 packs of our 22-inch tape extensions on our model, so the next important thing is to make sure we're cutting and blending it into her natural hair. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure we're determining the length of the extensions. So I'm going to have my model stand up and turn around for me, and I'm going to use my razor to create that weight line. So even though we're keeping all of the length, we need to make sure that it is a heavy weight line. So I'm going to use my razor, but you can use your shears if you're more comfortable with that. And I'm just going to strengthen that line and straighten out the perimeter. So just continue to go all the way around and get that straightened up. Next thing I want to focus on is face framing, because I want to make sure that I'm not just going to leave her shorter face framing down and having the long extension. So we want to make sure that they're connecting and looking natural, because we always want to make sure our client is leaving with the most natural, least obvious end result. So I'm just going to pull out her front section, finding where her natural hair ends and the extensions begin, and then just do nice soft feather strokes with my razor all the way down to the length. And if you have to do a couple passes, that's totally fine. You would rather have to do that than take off too much. And I'm just going to soften her natural hair just a little bit. And then I like to pull it forward and see all of that connection to make sure that there's enough, because the hair likes to cling together. So once I'm happy with all of that, I'm going to pull a little bit more forward, and again, just make sure that it's connecting good. And we are going to do the same thing in the back. We're going to pull up a couple rows, making sure we're leaving at least 2 rows down from the perimeter so we're not creating any holes in that weight line we just created. And I am going to find where her natural hair ends and the extensions begin, and do the same thing we just did in the front, just doing light, soft feather strokes all the way down to give her lots of layers in the extensions so they look natural for her. And just continuing around the head, finding where her natural hair is ending and the extensions are beginning, and doing nice soft feather strokes down. Okay, after you've gone around, then you'll want to pull the hair forward just like we did in the front to make sure that you have enough layering in there so it's going to look very natural and blend in with her natural hair. So if you go through and you see that there's a spot that doesn't have enough in there, then you can just go and do a little bit more. But again, you would rather do a couple passes than to take too much off and then you have to go get new hair. So I'm happy with how this is laying. After I've gone through and finished all of my blending, I've pulled it out to double check and make sure that there's enough layering in there. Then I just want to go through and do any more polishing in detail. Maybe have your client shake their head and make sure there's enough movement in throughout their hair, and it's going to lay nice and natural for them. Now that we're done cutting and blending our clients' extensions, you can style their hair as desired. And for more information, you can head to twistedfringehair.com.